Good afternoon, everyone. Wanted to join you again through this video update. I know it's been a little bit of time and appreciate all the work everyone's been doing. Luckily, we're seeing COVID numbers going down, which is what we're all hoping for. Some amazing work happening out in the community with vaccination efforts. We've been continuing our testing, but seeing declines in those numbers because of positivity rates. So I want to touch on some impacts of that today in this video update, as well as incident reporting. An option that we put out if it's needed, hopefully not, but we know those things arise and sometimes need to report something, so we offer the opportunity for that, along with an exciting update for our software system coming out. So wanted to touch base right away. We were made aware by the state the end of last week of a pretty significant reimbursement change happening for PCR testing. This impacts all PCR tests being completed within extended care facilities and in other facilities. And so the reimbursement is changing for that, which is really forcing the hand of the nursing homes to use rapid testing instead of PCR testing. So rapid antigen tests done on site. You collect the swab, put it on a cassette or a card. The test processes and you get your positive or negative result. So pretty massive change with that due to the reimbursement. The nursing homes are switching over to all rapid testing versus PCR testing and only doing a PCR test for a confirmation if you get a positive result. What that means, you can think about kind of the differences is it impacts really the need to collect, put them in a cooler and transport them. But then also, potentially the need to have another collection agency process the test. So a lot of our nursing facilities are evaluating whether or not they want to do this themselves or continue to keep us on. We will have facilities keep us on. We know that. We just don't know if it's going to be all of them or if some will drop off and start doing this effort themselves. But in any situation, the process will change on site. And so we're getting all those processes set and in place. So you'll know as you get there and do the work, kind of the difference of collecting the test, processing it on site, and then recording it on a separate sheet to provide to the facility for their final results. So pretty significant change taking place. We'll get more details. We wanted to get it in front of you as soon as we had some definitive information. Along with the reimbursement changes, impacts the revenue we're getting from the facilities and the testing we're doing. So rapid tests are reimbursed at a significantly lower rate than what PCR tests are. So to adjust accordingly, there's a couple of changes we're making on the HealthBar side. And so one of the things is that the COVID testing hourly rate is going to go down to $40 an hour for COVID testing. Our drive time will be cut in half for the allowed amounts. So if it was previously 60 minutes one way, it's going to be 30 minutes one way, and then all the other changes for the different distances allowed for those. And we're also going to officially eliminate the on-call slot on the schedule. We are going to have a reduction in the total number of shifts needed, so it will impact some needs for added availability. So some pretty major changes. We're still happy that we're going to be testing within these facilities and providing them support. But yeah, a big change, big deal and difference for us. We wanted to get it out there as soon as we could, so you knew what was coming. These changes are going into effect the week of March 22nd. So the rest of this week will be the same. Next week will be the same. But then the following week is when we'll have these adjustments made. So a lot more communication coming. If you have scheduled shifts, please look out for those email communications and other opportunities that are potentially going to be there. So more to come. Another thing we wanted to touch on is the incident reporting system we're putting out there. So understanding certain things may come up. You may report them on your post-shift survey. Wanting something a little bit more official for you to submit if there was an incident that occurred at a facility. We want to provide this incident reporting form. We try to make it as simple and streamlined as possible. So that way, if it comes up, you can just quick shoot it off and then be done with it. You should have been messaged about that as well in the past few days. If you don't remember seeing that email, please dig back through your emails. It should be there. And then another last point, we are about a week away from getting our IT software up and running. It'll be the first phases of it, so more of the platform aspects. You'll be able to log in, create an account, and get set up in our system. We're extremely excited about it. The initial version of it is going to be semi-basic, just to kind of get you up and going, with subsequent revisions coming out every few weeks, which will include our schedule, which will actually be embedded within the system, as well as a timekeeping feature. So instead of submitting hours every week, you'll be able to track your time as you're completing the work. So we're very excited to have that. It looks amazing from what we've seen, and we're just about there. Another thing I wanted to touch on with everybody is we are talking with some local pharmacies and providers about potentially being able to offer the vaccine. That is on our radar, and it is something we're looking at. So keep an eye out for opportunities. The Johnson & Johnson vaccine is that one shot and much more stable. So we'll be able to deploy that more effectively when we can get our hands on it through our pharmacy partners. So that'll be an opportunity upcoming. Hang with us. Also wanted everybody to know that we're going to be launching our next level program called our Healthcare Partnership Program, which is geared towards businesses. And we'll be providing them medical services. So that's really the future of HealthBar, is in that program. So we're extremely excited to have that almost ready to launch, and more opportunities will come from that. So again, we knew COVID was going to go away. We all hoped it would go away. It may be around. It's just going to look a little different, especially for our services. It wasn't our core focus in business, but we found an opportunity in it, so we took it. Adjustments always happen, and it's one of those things you just roll with the punches. So if anything, it's going to help us focus more on the future of HealthBar and what we're doing, and we want you to just hang with us, stay with us. There are awesome opportunities coming, and this company is going to grow and advance in a huge way this year. So thanks again for everything, everybody. Expect some future communications to come out, but please keep an eye on your email, as there'll be very important messaging coming. Thanks.